Hello movie lovers, story recaps here. Today I'm going to explain a science fantasy film called Upside Down. Spoilers ahead. Watch out and take care. The beginning of the film begins with a voice explaining the laws of his planet, which has dual gravity. Two planets are so near to one another on such a world that they completely obscure the sky. For those who reside on the lower planet, the inhabitants on the higher planet appear to be living backwards. Both of the planet's homes are subject to the gravity laws. As a result, they are prevented from traveling to the other planet due to the pull of their own planet's gravity. 3 essential laws apply. 1. The gravitational pull of the object's planet of origin acts as the sole source of force for all stuff. A few hours after coming into touch with inverse matter, the contact material starts to burn. Inverse matter is matter from the opposite world that can be used to counteract an object's weight. The high world is referred to as up above, and the lower is down below. The two worlds are in very different states. The region below is underdeveloped and poor, while the region above is well-developed and wealthy. From below, the upper class extracts cheap oil and sells it to them for a very high price. They take advantage of the riches below and prosper. It is extremely forbidden for the people to interact with anyone from another world. Altering this statute could result in a death sentence or lengthy incarceration. The Transworld Company's offices were the only place where the inhabitants of the two planets could have legally interacted. A building that connects the two worlds. People from the top visit the lower levels for tourism and oddities like dancing in the ceiling, but those who live there lack access to these amenities. This is being told in the voice of a young boy named Adam. Adam is a down-below dweller. Years ago, a Transworld factory explosion that left half of the city in ruins claimed the lives of his parents. In an orphanage, he now resides. His great-aunt Becky is the only relative he has. He sees her occasionally on the weekends. Airplanes and his aunt's flying pancakes are Adam's only sources of delight in life. He visits Becky one day, and she shares a recipe for her special flying pancakes with him. Pink bee pollen is used in her special recipe for flying pancakes. Only in the Sage Mountain can one find the pollen that the pink bees gather from both worlds. She also displays a book to him that details the mysteries of pink bees, and makes a pledge to pass it down to Adam when he is older. Becky once tasked Adam with gathering pollen from the mountain. The day, he claims, alters his life forever. He scales the highest point he has ever scaled and arrives at the summit. He can see the peak well from there. Adam tosses a paper airplane up top while holding it in his hand. It flies there and touches down on the surface. A gorgeous girl discovers it. She and Adam exchange smiles as Adam glances up at her, and the rest is history. A few years pass, and Adam has developed into a gorgeous adolescent. Since then, he has become friends with Eden. Since the previous meeting, they have been gathering there every day. Adam waits for Eden at the summit of the mountain on that day as well. When they cross paths, Adam pulls Eden toward him using the second law of gravity. He drags her down while fastening a shirt to her body. Adam is clutching Eden while the two are running through the woods when they suddenly hear gunshots. They return in a rush to the summit. The guards shoot Adam as he is sending Eden back to the top. Eden's head smacks the ground on top after the rope escapes his grasp. Blood is dripping from her skull as he observes her immobile position on the ground. Adam is taken by the guards, separated from Becky, and locked up in the meanwhile. They destroy Becky's home as well. Fast forward 10 years. Now a young adult, Adam works alongside his boss, Albert, in a mechanics shop. To create an anti-gravity formula for an anti-aging face lotion, he is conducting research on bee pollen. The formula, nevertheless, only lasts a brief period of time. Only up top is the equipment accessible to further improve the formula. He is shocked to see Eden on TV one day at work. Since the event, he hasn't seen her. She apparently works for Transworld. Adam is ecstatic to see her still alive. He subsequently begins working for Transworld since they can give him the resources he needs to finish the face cream formula. Adam also intends to meet up with his old flame there. Adam is enthralled by the upscale workplace on his first day at the Transworld. The skyscraper has a number of levels. Employees from the upper floors work on the floors marked with a plus sign, while those marked with a minus sign work on the lower floors. Adam is employed on level 0, the middle floor, which has people from both planets working there. He learns the workplace regulations from the establishment's leader. Adam, who hails from the lower classes, is fortunate to have landed a prominent position at Transworld, in his opinion. Finally, he warns Adam that he will lose his job and go to jail if he steals any type of inverted information from above. A different employee gives Adam some inverted matter and tells him to store it in the refrigerator to prevent burning. After work, Adam returns to Albert's, who is furious with him for visiting Transworld and accusing those in positions of power of being evil. Albert worries that Adam could endanger his life while working for Transworld. But after some persuasion from Adam, he decides to assist him. Eden is currently a part of a self-help group where we learn that she has completely lost all memories of her life before to the tragedy. She has no recollection of Adam. One day at work, Adam requests his superior, Bob, to connect him with Eden. Bob concurs. Adam, Albert, and Pablo are all present that evening. Adam is questioned by Pablo on the value of all of this. He worries that Eden won't want to hang out with Adam anymore. But Adam is adamant that it's worthwhile. He gives Bob several rare stamps from below as a gift the next day at work. He starts to put a lot of effort into his face cream. He offers the cream to the board from above after a few days. A dog's face is elevated after he applies it to it. The board is impressed and extends Adam's time to extend the duration of the cream's effects. Adam puts in more time that day. He climbs up on a tool and uses Bob's phone to call the upstairs receptionist once the office is vacant. He then schedules a meeting with Bob as Eden. Later, at Albert's store, they fashion Adam a bulky Invis Matter suit to aid in his ascent. However, once he has been wearing the suit up top for some time, the suit will begin to burn due to the third law of gravity. The following day, Adam dons the suit at work and poses as a high-ranking employee in a private room. He can start walking on the ceiling as soon as he puts on the suit and shoes, which counterbalance the weight of his body. Then he dashes over to the floor Eden is working on. Although she doesn't recognize him, he is overjoyed to see her. Adam is informed of Eden's forgetfulness by her colleague. Adam claims that he is visiting Eden because she might be interested in his face cream. In an effort to make her remember him, he tries telling her stories from his youth, but she simply laughs. His outfit then begins to burn. Adam runs to the restroom and uses water to ease his discomfort. He urinates, and the urine falls to the ceiling and enters the smoke detector. Adam is being pursued by authorities when an alarm goes off, but he manages to escape. Later that evening, Pablo and Albert treat his burns with ointment. Pablo continues to doubt Eden. The alarm goes off the following morning at work. The names of a few employees who will be let go are then announced by the board. Bob's name is on the list as well. Bob and Adam have a conversation after everyone has left. Adam regrets Bob's situation. Before departing, Bob hands Adam a box containing his ID and key card so that, if he so chooses, Adam may leave the Transworld building and access the upper level. When Adam answers a call on Bob's phone, he is by himself. Eden is here. She wants to meet Adam because she is surprised that he hasn't returned after leaving the previous day. Adam, who is ecstatic, consents to meet her at a restaurant. He enters a private space and dons the costume once more to appear to be a high-ranking employee. Then, using Bob's card, he leaves the Transworld building and makes his first entrance into the real up top. He is astounded as he surveys the area. After that, he visits Eden in the eatery. Eden feels awkward when Adam tries to get her to remember him. Adam persuades her to stay just as she is about to depart. After a period of talking, Adam's shoes begin to burn. He needs to return to the area below as soon as possible. After leaving the restaurant, the two decide to go on another date the next day. Adam quickly runs to a neighboring sea and jumps in after his shoe catches fire. He gets lowered below and landing on another sea as soon as his shoes come off. Adam arrives to his house at last, but he is sick. Eden has fantasies about her and Adam that night. She is regaining some of her memory. Adam finishes the formula for his face cream the next day at work. In an auditorium, he gives it to the board members. Next to Adam is an elderly woman. Her face is quickly lifted after he applies the cream to it. Members of the board applaud him. Eden walks into the auditorium just then. When she sees Adam, she is shocked to learn that he is from below. In front of everyone, she names him Bob, but Adam corrects her, saying that he is actually named Adam. Eden is perplexed and flees the area. Adam rushes to the top of the building in his suit after the meeting is finished. He starts to run as he looks for Eden. She leaves the building, though, before Adam can grab her. Adam uses Bob's card, but since Bob was fired, it doesn't work this time. Adam flees away as the guard pursues him after realizing that his cover has been broken. He is able to get away, but there is no way for him to return to the ground level. He goes to Bob's house for assistance after being unable to locate Eden. Though astonished, Bob extends a warm welcome to him. Adam is sitting on his ceiling until Bob gives him a suit that was made to lower Adam. Even after prolonged interaction with irradiated materials, the suit's construction will prevent burning. Adam then demonstrates to him the power of pink pollen. He combines the liquid from the two planets to produce a substance that floats and defies the gravitational pull of both planets. Bob fears that Transworld may have access to the formula and exploit it for financial gain. However, Adam admits that he never shared the pink pollen, the secret ingredient, with the Transworld employees. Without him, the business cannot produce the facelifting cream. Adam returns to the eatery where he first met Eden while donning Bob's suit. Surprisingly, she is happy to see him when he approaches to speak with her. She admits to him that she is beginning to recall snippets of their shared childhood. They ultimately share a kiss. However, when the Border Patrol shows up, the two are forced to part ways. Adam escapes and somehow returns to the ground below. He is still being sought by authorities. The news has covered his escape. He returns down and ascends the Sage Mountain while he waits for Eden to appear. Finally, she shows up. They kiss while floating in the air. When a bunch of troops arrive hunting for them, the two are now united in the upper area. Adam eventually falls to the ground below as the two make their getaway, and Eden is apprehended by the soldiers. The inverted matter suit prevents Adam's fall from being too harsh once he lands on a tree. Adam gets taken hostage by two men while he is walking through the streets below. If Adam provides them the face cream's recipe, they tell him they will drop their accusations against Eden. Then, he is hurled from the vehicle. Adam now thinks he won't ever see Eden again and returns to his regular life. In the meantime, Bob experiments with the formula Adam had showed him and discovers that they can use it to counteract the effects of gravity, allowing people to continue walking down below from the top. The next day, Eden comes to see Bob and asks for assistance. Later on in the day, Adam is in Albert's store when Bob appears out of nowhere. Adam wonders how it is possible and expresses his surprise. Using Adam's formula, Bob can truly float in the air. He demonstrates to him his ability to remain down without the assistance of the opposing equipment. He has improved Adam's formula such that any substance can neutralize the gravitational pull of either realm. Additionally, Bob claims to have acquired a patent for the beauty cream before Transworld, and he then tells Adam he has a date. Soon after, Eden discovers him in the down world and informs him that she is expecting his child, giving her the freedom to live freely in both worlds. Many years later, one can see tall skyscrapers on both sides, demonstrating how rich both sides have become, as well as young people from both sides interacting through basketball. Don't forget to subscribe for more recaps like this, switch on alerts, and give the channel a thumbs up to help it grow. Thank you for taking the time to watch. Let's meet up the next day for another evaluation.